Alright, everybody, we're back for game number 2. So, Ruck Run. Try this again. Gotta say, I haven't played on Crucible in a couple, probably 5 days. This new feature is awesome. So, kudos to the people working on this because I think it's a great feature. So, I'm going first. This deck hates going first. So in this case, I think playing Mother on turn 1 is just always good, so we're going to do it. I don't love the rest of this hand, but it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. And playing Mother turn 1 is great, so we love that. Fogify, Hope from Future Self. It's a good turn. Alright, so let's take a look. 2 control a week, a gateway. So he does have a way to mass destroy things. It's got Bouncing Death Quark, Hope from Future Self, as we saw, Twin Bolt Emission, Time Traveler, yeah. Fagin with 3 Urchins, 2 Umbras, a Shadow Self, 2 Pawn Sacrifice. Ooh. Yeah, that deck is not a joke. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so what's our plan here? We can go bait and switch. Yeah, I think we're gonna shadows. We'll bait and switch, steal 2, ghostly hand to steal 1, play Urchin or Umbra. That seemed pretty good. So he's ahead on the board, but we're getting ahead on Amber and cards because of Mother, so I like that. Poison Wave was a good draw. Oh, gatewayed us. Alright. And Charette with Flame Wreathed. Okay, I mean that's pretty good, but that's not terrible for us either. He's got chains now. So what do we want to do? We can go Logos and get some cards out of our hand. We can go control the weak on him, play Tolos, play that. Yeah, I don't really love that play. Control the weak is always just so tempting, but I do think playing our lab works will get the most cards out of our hand. We know most of our deck right now probably doesn't have much shadows compared to the other houses, so maybe lab working Poison Wave is correct. Don't really feel any need to rush onto the board, especially with Tolos, which is probably going to do more harm than good right now. So we'll go Logos. We'll see how this works. So Scrambler Storm, Lab Work or Poison Wave, and Lab Work are Tolos, I guess. It's very possible he's end up pulling our archive anyway next turn. Although this kind of worked out that we're probably not doing that. Fagin. Okay. Let's see here. So would have been a really good time to have our Sneck Lifter, because if we could get rid of that Fagin, that would be so good. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go Logos. We're not gonna pick up our archive. Play out our Tight Mechanic. See, this is like, what of this do I even want to discard? Okay, I think we're phase shifting our Control the Weak. We'll force him into, so we're checking. So I think if we go Logos, that would be pretty solid. Yeah, We'll put him into Logos. And we're going to sloppy lab work. So, oh man. I hate getting rid of either of these cards, honestly. But I think... we'll archive this and we'll discard that. That could be totally wrong, but... Wild Wormhole for Tendrils of Pain. Fogify. Alright, that turned out to be pretty good, I feel like. Yeah, so we can Poison Wave, kill... Let's see here. What do we got in our... So he's at 6, so he's checking us. So we have to decide, do we have any way to deal with that? First of all, and I think that's a no. If we had our graph, that would be really good right now. So, if we're not going to stop him, what else can we do? We can go Logos, or I guess we could go Logos, Phase Shift, Poison Wave, and then kill the board. Right? Does that work? Hazardous 2. So actually, no, we can't attack there, so that's not helpful. Well, I guess we could do Shadow Self and then do it that way. Does that work? But then we can't really play Shadow Self. Awkward. Definitely awkward. So we go Tolos. Sheesh. This is kind of strange. And the way we get the most cards out of our hand is, I think, to go Dis. On the other hand, if we go Shadows, we can kill his Fagin. This is a really tough one. I'm gonna go with... Man. Do you have any Urchins in there? No. Alright. Let's go Dis and pick up our archive. I feel like this is the better long-term play. Short-term, I don't know. But we do get to keep him off the key doing this. So actually, I do think this is right now. Question is, do we even play Tolos? Because if we do, it's probably going to hurt us in the long run. Because we're really not doing much here controlling the board. I don't think we're going to anytime soon. So maybe we just throw it away. On the other hand, we do have Poison Wave. Boy, that was kill Tolos too. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to use Tolos. Keyhammer. We'll keep it. I mean, if we get graphed, we get to do our combo in a couple turns. And, yeah. So we kept him off the key. We got a good Shadows turn brewing where we can probably keep him off the key again. Urchin, Pawn Sacrifice. Yeah, it's good. That's really good. Alright, well, that was a good turn. So we'll do Shadows. Poison Wave. Shadow Self. Archon on the left. Magda on the right. So he's ahead on Amber. Well, he's not really ahead on Amber anymore. And we got 3 just sitting there. So once we can get to it, we're going to be in good shape. Let's see what he does here. It's a close game. I know he's still got 2 controller weeks in his deck, so he's probably got at least one in hand. I think we're set up well for that, because anything he picks we can kind of work with right now. I don't want to look at it, because, you know, in a real game you don't get to do this, but I like it at the beginning so you can actually kind of simulate what it would be like in a competitive environment. So look at your opponent's Archon card. So yeah, he chooses this. He's going to reap. Put another one of those on there. Ooh. Really doesn't want me to do anything about that. Discards 3 fates. Control the weak. Okay, so we saw that coming. What's he putting us on? That's the question. Logos. Well, that works. That works out fine. So we'll go Logos. Question is, what are we phase shifting for? If we phase shift for Dance of Doom, kill everything with 4, we get 3 back, but he gets 2 back, which would put him on a key. So I don't think we want to do that. I think we'll hold our Dance of Doom. We will maybe play this Masus Asp. Play Archaeologist, we'll play that guy. So now he's got 8 power and Hazardous 2, so he's gonna be hard to kill. Well, he's got Hazardous 4, right? Because I think that stacks. Yeah, I think that stacks. So we'll do a phase shift. We already used our other phase shift. We have. So if we use phase shift now, the dream of using graft and phase shift is kind of dead. But that's okay. We'll play out our Masus Asp. This thing is a threat. So we're building a board here, and there's our graft. So we were almost there to using it, using the dream. Twin bolt emission. Okay, he's checking with 7. We can go. Man. We can go Shadows and attack him with Umbra. I think that works. And Nerve Blast. I think that works. So let me think. He's got Hazardous 4, right? So deal 4 will be dealt to Shadow Self. Then he'll attack, deal 2 to him, but he's at 8. And this only deals 2, so that wouldn't really work. Well, we get attacked with Magda as well. That would kill Shadow Self, right? Or no, any one attack will kill Shadow Self. That's pretty good. That being the case then, I mean, he's just not playing anything, which is making this kind of hard. I think we're gonna go with. So if we could archive a phase shift, and then next turn we could graft hammer. I feel like that's a little late. It's a little late. Jeez, this is kind of tough. Or do we just let him have the key and go dis and just play our stuff out? Well, he's gonna have the key anyway, so maybe what we do is just Dance of Doom for 4. Kills our Archaeologist, though. That's such a bummer. And disconnected. I don't blame him. I'm taking a little bit too long, probably. Okay. Think. Okay, we're just gonna go shadows and see how this plays out. I want to steal 2, okay. I think this works. Let's just do this. We'll keep him off the key. So we'll do this. I think this works. Okay, so that works. Then we will nerve blast that. Reap with Shadow Self and see, I can't remember if he has any Mass Steel. I don't think so. Reap with that. Okay, if I do this, Hazardous, I think they'll just trade. But I don't want to trade right now because I don't want to give him a key. Alright, so we took him off key. We've set ourselves up to be able to deal with Charette here soon. I think that was the right choice. If he goes up too high, we get to graft him. I feel like that was good. If he, let's see, shadows, okay. Archon, that's good. Yep. All right, so we got our second key. And now we have targets to fight with our shadow stuff. Feel like that's what we want to do. So we'll just do that. Yeah. Right. I mean, I feel terrible holding all this disc stuff. But I just don't see a reason not to do this. Okay, we'll go shadows. I think this will work. It did. Okay, so now we're at 6. So now he's got to kill stuff. So definitely gonna kill that. And then we'll just reap with Magda. Although, I mean, he does get to steal 1. That's kind of annoying. But I guess we're forcing him into shadows. We do get to key hammer him next turn if we decide to go dis, so I'll put him back a little bit. We'll see if he can answer the question that we are asking here. Definitely have a lot of threats out there for him to deal with. I think not. We could have taken the turn to set up a hammer graft turn, but I think given the board state, we were correct to just go to 7, force him to deal with our key. I feel like whenever you can check with your third key, you immediately take a huge advantage because let's say he even has 6 discards in hand. Or maybe like an Urchin in hand and 5 discards. Well, if those discards can't do anything but my Amber, he's forced to basically play an Urchin and then, you know, steal 1 just to stay alive. He has to do whatever he can to just stay alive, even if it's not optimal. So the advantage of that eventually, even if he keeps me off at this turn, quite possibly over the next couple of turns will become too much to overcome. So I think we're doing fine. Graft in hand right now is kind of a bummer for us because it's really not going to do anything now, just the way it kind of turned out this game. Our opponent is having some connectivity issues. But I think, let me see here. I mean, I can't remember if he had a rise maybe for Charette. Or, I don't know. A rise for Charette would be pretty good. I wish I could have used my Creeping Oblivion to get rid of Charette and Time Traveler. If he plays more than one card this turn, I really don't get to use this very effectively, which is kind of a shame. I'm hoping that our opponent comes back. I'm going to give him a couple more minutes, but, you know, all he needs is one Shadows card that can take me off one Amber and then use Naughty. So, alright, well, let's see. Since I'm more worried about whether or not he's gone forever, I'm just going to look at his deck to see what he could do, just to see if he's actually left or not. So let's look at his Shadows. The things he can steal with is basically just Urchins. So he's played one Urchin, 2, 3, so he can't use Shadows to win. Or to keep me off, right? No. So that's out. Logos. He used Dexter to capture one. I think that's about all he can do. Does he still have Dexter? No, he doesn't have Dexter, so he can't use Logos. In this, he can... He doesn't have a Rise. He has... Okay, let's look. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 discards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 8 discards. So 4 of these 7 cards are discs, so we know that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 are Shadows. I think if I counted that right. So we said what? 4 discs, 2 Shadows. That would be 1 Logos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So based on that, I think I'm going to say our opponent has left the game because they cannot win the game. So I think I'm going to chalk this one up as a win. Kind of disappointed that our opponent couldn't just concede, but you know what? We're going to chalk it up as 2-0 and move on to game 3. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.